That's right.
Ooh,
The dope shit.
so good. Woo! Good.
Good evening. Welcome to Fetters is Cheap.
My name's Swanee Fetters, that ain't my guitar. It belongs to Robbie, he's my favorite star. R, R, R. The angels in the heavens, the demons down below, they're lining up for tickets, they're coming to our show. Yo, yo, yo. We can meet you backstage, we'll score you a pass, make you a little sandwich, fill your empty glass. Tonight he's playing Shipshake all the way from stem to stern. So rock on, little Robbie. Burn, 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 burn. 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 Hey! Welcome to the Shipshake Show!
It must be a special night. Let's see, where are we? It is a special night. I'm going to try to play an album's worth of songs. Or as an idol of mine used to say, an LP's worth of songs. So I'm going to do a little color commentary on record making. I've made a bunch. Solo records, band records, other people's records, and I think one thing I want to mention early on is that these tracks are mixed. I spent a lot of time mixing these tracks. Noah helped me with the mixes on Shipshake. And it's a stereo show, so I hope you have at least Apple earbuds in, just little earbuds, or a big ass system. Just turn it way the hell up, or headphones or whatever. But if you play it on an iPhone like that, I'm going to start crying. I'm just going to start crying. Although we mixed it so it would sound kind of good that way. Record production. Being a record producer is like being a movie director. Just kind of get people in place. You're the decider, like who gets to star, those kind of things in a movie. In a recording studio, maybe you get to pick who plays the guitar, or maybe the band comes in and they're just great live, but their drummer doesn't really have good time, and then you call Ringo and say, hey, I got this. I think they're pretty talented lads. Their trousers are very tight. Very tight. You can see everything. Nothing to the imagination with their trousers. All they need is a good drummer. That kind of thing. So, record production. There you go. I'm going to talk too much tonight. That's just what I'm going to do. But hopefully I'll play too much as well. This song I got help with Noah Fetters, my son, and Bob Neiswanger, my friend and bandmate from many bands, and Adrian Ballou helps me sing the bridge. And he's my friend too. And we were in a band together. Oh, you're worried about Swanee. Swanee's coming back later in the show, so don't worry about that, okay? She's coming back. Truth came down. I can't stand still while the earth spins around. I need to make a change. God only knows why I'm so terrified that I can't let go. Life's too short and you're so pretty. We don't have to try to go to Kingdom City. Some people say you do, but that's 'cause they're insane. They're painting by the numbers. Their songs all sound the same. We can turn this ship around. It won't be easy. Fear is the enemy. Faith is gonna set us free. Repeat our history or shape our destiny. We can turn this ship around, but it won't be easy. You woke me from a nightmare when you shook me awake. I gotta make my own luck, create my own breaks. Where critics call the shots, dreamers look like fools. We gotta leave it all behind, redefine what's cool. 'Cause I'm so tired of being so afraid of how dumb I'm gonna look if I don't make the grade. Well, I might eat humble pie, or I might touch the sky, but dreams won't fly. Don't even try. We can turn this ship around. It won't be easy. Fear is the enemy. Faith is gonna set us free. Repeat our history or shape our destiny. We can turn this ship around, but it won't be easy. But you already know. We die if we don't grow. But you already know. I'm gonna rise up early, get down to work and put the bone in the water, wash off the dirt, aim by the stars with the wind in my sails, and I ain't gonna quit, so I'm not gonna fail. We can turn this ship around, it won't be easy. Fear is the enemy. Faith is gonna set us free. Repeat our history or shape our destiny. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around. It won't be easy. Fear is the enemy. Faith is gonna set us free. Repeat our history or shape our destiny. We can turn this ship around, but it won't be easy. Open my eyes, the truth came down. I can't stand still while the earth spins around. she won't answer the phone. Time ticks by like a metronome, but with a split personality, she's never alone. I tried to be a friend, but it didn't last long. She covered up her ears when I sang her my song. Something's wrong with this picture. I don't fit in the frame. She hears the devil quoting scripture every time I call her name. Fear wakes her up in the middle of the night, so she can't get back to sleep, but she's too tired to fight. Can't shut up the voice inside her head. Says that she wakes up tomorrow, she'll wish she was dead. And she knows it's crazy and it isn't a joke. Feels like a rope around her neck and she's starting to choke. Something's wrong with this picture. I don't fit in the frame. Somebody's singing a lullaby, so don't be a big baby, you don't need to hide. Don't come out and see the monsters tied to a chain, and it rusts a little more every time it rains. And someday soon that beast will break loose and find another monster and reproduce. 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 Something's wrong with this picture. I don't fit in the frame. She hears the devil quoting scripture every time I call her name. Okay. In most cases tonight, I don't really want to talk about where these songs are coming from. I'll give you a few hints now and then, but no hints on that one. I was reminded today. People wanted some production notes. How did you do this? Who played that? And one of the greatest compliments I got was from Brian O'Donnell, a DJ here in Cincinnati who does, we're friends. He does all sorts of music, but he really knows classical music. And he wanted to know who played the cellos because they were lovely. He loved the arrangement and everything. And I was able to say, well, those cellos were played by some members of the Vienna Symphony Orchestra, and I had like little one-note samples of them, and note by note, I inserted them in the song and got the bow strikes as close as I could to to the cellists I know and things like that. So those are sampled cellos. The arrangement, of course, is mine, and how it takes a lot longer to get that right than actually getting a cellist here. But we've got a pandemic, so I couldn't call Kate Wakefield, who I would have asked to play on that. But anyway, that's how you do it. I also did that with a flugelhorn and a cor anglaise, an English horn. These are double reed instruments. You'll hear those as the songs go on. So, any more questions? I won't answer. See, I made all the noises on that last song, but this song I got Bad Bob Niswonger and Bam Powell to play on. And so we've got this pandemic, so the musicians that I could coerce into playing, coerce into abetting me on Shipshake, fortunately had home studios like this, so Bob could record himself and Bam could record himself. They have wonderful families who allow them to commandeer part of the house or basement or attic or whatever to do it.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not ready. You want to hear Bam count it off again anyways. He's so damn cute. I'm telling you, when I was in a band with him, the girls were crazy about Bam. The rest of us were kind of jealous.
1, 2, 3.
Saw you at the show. There's somebody I didn't know. Heard you got busted DUI. Well, things ain't changed much since we said goodbye. Heart as big as an artichoke, a lid for everyone. Make way for all these copycats pretending to have fun. Looks like I gained a few pounds. Don't burn as much fuel like that when you were around. Seen a lot more frauds and fakes. Well, fancy meeting you here. You lead the parade. Heart as big as an artichoke, a lid for everyone. Make way for all these copycats pretending to have fun. You look sweet and young, smell like Chanel, probably still suck your thumb, but old enough to know nothing comes free. Everybody said so. I don't know why. I'll always love you deep down inside. Remember what I learned when I saw the light. That's when I got burned. Heart as big as an artichoke, a lid for everyone. Make way for all these copycats pretending to have fun. There's nothing we can't sell. We're poisoning the well, well. Civil war is hell. We come round, it's time to jack. We rose up from the muck. I think you're gonna learn. We like to watch it burn and stand around the fire and call each other liar, liar, liar. Watch the smoke rise high. Too wrong and right can't be discerned. I think you're gonna learn. You could see the future if you would pay attention. Pay attention now. If you paid better attention. If you paid better attention. Right before your eyes, behold the lords of flies. We paint the outside gold, but we ain't got no soul, soul, soul. Just an empty hole. Can't be filled, but still we try. Right before your eyes, you could see the future if you would pay attention now. You could see the future if you would pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention now. You all be prophets. You all be prophets. Oh, so one of the ways to get guys to play on your record is to have them as your kids. It's an old trick. It's a dirty trick. It's a dirty trick too. You're hearing, you've heard Bam Pow. You are going to hear a song in a little while with Chris Arducer, infamous Deathy, played on one. And most of the songs where there are live drummers on Ship Shake are my son Noah Fetters, Noah the Great. He's got a job in an audio techie warehouse, and he got his drum set up there, and he knows how to record, and his ears are better than mine, so he tracked himself. But and he played on this next song, but it's got such a great 4 on the floor beat, worthy of AC/DC and Daft Punk. It's a great beat, but it's a kick drum. You know, the kick drum. You don't kick the drum. You have this pedal that you go whack whack, and it hits the kick drum. And when Noah was about 11, I came home from my music whore job at the commercial music studio I worked at, and I was in a particularly foul mood. Imagine that. Have you ever heard a Fetters being in a foul mood? No. Well, it's very rare. So I got out of the car and I heard Noah playing along to some song in his head. And he was 11. So he was doing that stuff 11-year-old drummers do, which is like rolls all over this huge set that was like gigantic, just dwarfed him. In this room, cracking the plaster. It's still cracked. 1885 house with a modern rock drummer learning how to play. Anyways, Noah was just beating the shit out of his drums. But I did notice that his little 11-year-old foot was dragging a bit on the kick drum. So I came storming up the steps. You know, you can't hear anything in the house except Noah. He's beating the hell out of his drums. I said, wait a minute. That kick drum is the center of the song. It is everybody in the band is following that kick drum. They're not following your drum rolls. They're following that kick drum. The bass player needs it. The guitar player needs it. Why, I've done sound checks where Spanky, the sound man, has spent 90 minutes just getting the kick drums sound right. He'll spend 30 seconds on the guitar, but the kick drum, you've got to have perfect time with that son of a bitch. And I traumatized him. I just traumatized my son Noah. And I'm not going to apologize for it because everything turned out right. And you'll know when you hear the 4 on the Floor kick-ass drums on this song. If you think it, don't say it. And if you write it, please don't send it. Open your mouth, already made a mistake. You say you're sorry, but it's a little too late. Silence is golden, like truth unholding. So baby, don't say nothing, just keep it in the oven. Open your mouth, already made a mistake. You say you're sorry, but it's a little too late. No, 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 can't take it back, can't take it back. 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 Zen Master Huang Po, sitting in the Zendo. May her Baba way to go. So Jesus Christ, make it so. Open your mouth, already made a mistake. You say you're sorry, but it's too little too late. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Can't take it back. 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 Can't take it. Can't take it. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. Can't take it. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. Can't take it back. Well, I mean, he was handy. He was 11. He was smaller than me. So, you know, I was verbally abusive. But ain't he good? I'm telling you, he's a damn good drummer. Even the drummers say so. And drummers can be very critical of one another. Look who's here. A little early in the evening for the Cosmic Cow. I'm just assuming everybody knows this is the Cosmic Cow, who carries ancient and modern wisdom up her tiny little cow ass. I carefully reach in during the show. Pull it out very quickly. She doesn't even know what happened. I wonder what the Cosmic Cow has for me today. Because it's kind of like a record production, how to make a record, and then playing the record, explaining this and that. I wonder what it's going to be. Ooh. It's a note from Stan Hertzman, the long-suffering manager of the Raisins, Bears, Psychodots, agent, all this stuff. Oh, my God. I think we're still friends. I know we're still friends. But he taught me one of the best things I ever heard, and I think about it all the time. Fetters, just do the best you can with what you have where you're at. To make a record during a pandemic, when all your musician friends are cloistered, they can't come in a house, you know, they breaking the bubble rules and all that stuff. Wow. Thank you, Stan Hertzman. I could never complain. And Cosmic Cow, I love you. I love you so much, I'm not going to shove this back up your ass until after the show. I had a fantastic therapist once. Her name was Shirley, Dr. Shirley Radlove. Radlove, and I loved her. I still do love her. Fantastic person. I'd like her to hear this song. She'd be proud of her pupil. Another thing that's great about recording studios versus live shows is you get a second chance. Unless you're doing a live show like I do, and all my bands have done, which is we start over. I saw the Kinks do it. Bad Bob and I, we saw the Kinks start a song wrong and start over. So if it's cool enough for those guys, for the Davis brothers, it's definitely cool enough for a live stream. Eve stole an apple from the apple tree. She took a big bite and she handed it to me. Well, Eve was pretty and the apple was sweet. She spit a seed in my face and then I chased her down the street. We both had our clothes off within the hour. Just goes to show knowledge is power. Well, I got molested when I was 4. I talk about it now, it ain't a secret anymore. And you might think that was childhood's end, but I learned to play and laugh again. show. Knowledge is power. The strong exploit the weak. They think they're pretty smart, but it takes real genius to turn nightmares into art. Me and Eve took a walk, she said, marry me. I'll let you build me a house by that old apple tree. We'll have a bunch of kids and rewrite history. And I'll love you until the world sets me free. Well, we both had our clothes off within the hour. Just goes to show knowledge is power. Yeah, we both had our clothes off within the hour. Just goes to show knowledge is power. Now for this little number. This song started as an instrumental that I just had sitting in my computer. It's kind of a knuckle dragger. Grew up in Sylvania, Ohio, and we went down into Mary and Norm's Arducer's basement to practice. We played a lot of heavy stuff, and this is kind of like a early. There's a band I was in for a minute called Legs with Deathy and his brother John, and this kind of, I can imagine them playing it. Anyway, I had this music sitting there, and because I as you know, I was a music whore, something wonderful happened, which led to this song being probably the only song on Shipshake that's actually made some real money, you know, like a mortgage payment or two. Because Don Perkins, my friend, who I coerced into selling me that guitar, is a creative director at an ad agency, and they needed some music for a Walmart commercial featuring Xbox. And they just needed some knuckle-dragging, stupid rock music. So they used the instrumental. But God bless them. They just licensed it, so I still had the rights to the song. So it's still my song. Naturally, I wrote words. And I got my friends to help. You've got Dame Dale Hodges, my English actress friend who introduces me every night, and B. Haskins, who's been on every damn record I think album I've made. No, she was too young for Lefty. She was just a baby. She couldn't sing yet. But after that, and what else? Swanee Fetters, the former Miss Susan Mary Swanson.
Hurry off with Mississippi.
Tripping,
The great artist is the simplifier.
Come on, everybody, let's start a new church. We won't keep any secrets, we won't sell any merch. And nobody has to die to complete the research. So come on, everybody, let's start a new church. Dog is got his dog. Dog is got his dog. Dog is got his dog. Nothing. Come on, everybody, let's start a new church.
Go all the way with it. Do not back off. artist. The great artist is
The great artist is the simplifier.
the simplifier.
Keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple, keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple. Come on, everybody, let's start a new church. We won't keep any secrets, we won't sell any merch. And nobody has to die to complete the research. So come on, everybody, let's start a new church. Dog is God, God is dog. Dog is God, God is dog. Dog is God, God is dog. Nothing, 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 nothing. Keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple, stupid, keep it simple. Come on, everybody, let's start a new church. Yeah. Yeah. What? Look, it's Tilly. She said, Dad, I'm a dog. Here, Tilly. Hi. Hi there. Oh, it's Tilly's little cameo spot. I wonder what inspired that song on a winter day in a little 500 square foot tiny house studio. Me and my beagle. Did you co-write that song? Oh, she did. Oh, God. There you go. Okay. It's going to get loud. There we go. Go on. Bye-bye. Don't worry. She's SAG. She gets paid. It's a union gig for her. And it's more than just little milk bones.
Save a whale.
It's not the end of the world. But it's the start of something new. Thank God it's not all up to me. But there's something you could do if you wanted to. You could start off with a smile when you wanna hurt somebody, then wait a little while. Show some faith, show some style, and you just might save a whale, my precious little child. Trust me now, it's not the end of the world, but it's the start of something new. This place could use a lot of love. There must be something we could do, if we wanted to. If we could start with something strange instead of yelling at each other, this picture we could paint. All the universal truths led by angels running loose with the wisdom of the saints. Trust me now, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing to like about fear. Nothing to fear about love. Someday you will be a god. The day you learn how to forgive. And the angels will adore you. Because you live and live like they want you to. is a pretty good record. It's a good mix of songs. Nice sentiment. Bad Bob played bass, the gorgeous bass all over that song, and Chris Arducer played the gorgeous drums. And we had another track of that, and I lost it, so I had to emulate Chris's fairy voices, very just high little Todd Rundgren-esque voices on that for this live performance. I hope that's okay with you. One person said it wasn't okay when they heard that before. But I still like that guy because I forgive him. So someday I can be a god. Okay. Where are we? Let's see. Perkins Telecaster. This song I said more or less like a demo of it on 2 albums ago on Musician, my album called Musician. I basically named the album after this demo of a song that was on the album, but I didn't play the whole song. And for over a decade, people have said, why don't you just finish that song? So there was this pandemic going on, and I had some extra time. And for a little while, my daughter Grace had to move back in. And Swanee's here, and I'm looking at these 2 beautiful women who inspired the song. And I finished it, and Noah played drums on it. She founded my religion. She makes the soul connection, 'cause she's a musician, and she sits at her piano and catapults through space and channels the enlightened ones. You see it on her face. She's a musician. She's a musician, and my only ambition is to be part of her life. A message for the masses you can't put into words. But when the world was born is what the angels heard, and she closes her green eyes, plays her sweet guitar, and melts it down to one pure note until I'm seeing stars. She's a musician. She's a musician, and my only ambition is to be part of her life. You don't know her name. She's not in the Hall of Fame. And I tried my soul. If I could let her know. The critics may not understand, the fans might disappear, but I will still be listening, 'cause I know what I hear. She's a musician. She's a musician, and my only musician is to be part of her life. She's a musician. She's a musician. And my only ambition is to be part of her life. And I know what I hear. I like that song. I almost like myself for writing that song, but don't worry. Don't worry, I won't go that far. No. So you've seen videos for many of these songs, and there is a video in the hell. It's basically done for this song, and I'm doing my best Betty Davis impression in it from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. So I think you'll enjoy it. It goes like this. Somebody once, but I'm a nobody now. I used to be loved by millions, but I'm a face in the crowd. Fans crawled out of the woodwork. I thought my fame would last, but now my agent won't take my calls. I'm just a pain in the ass, but I still have you to show me what I am. I had respect from my peers. You saw my face in the news. I sang a song that made everybody happy, even the critics approved. God's own light shine through me. I heard that heavenly choir. I can't describe the warmth that I felt when I got tossed in the fire, 'cause I had you to show me what I am. And look at you, you can see the wheels turning. You wanna use me again, a human resource made for exploitation. You're anything but a friend. You made me glad it's the end. Gold spilled out of my pockets. I let it fall to the floor. I used to have more than I needed, but I ain't got it no more. She promised she'd never leave me, 'cause I'm a really nice guy. She swore she never even looked at other fellas, but it was all a big lie. But it was all a big lie. It was a big fat lie. I was a somebody once, but I'm a nobody now. I was a somebody once. Now you're a nobody, but I'm a nobody now. I was a somebody once. Now you're a nobody, but I'm a nobody now. I was a somebody once. Now I'm a nobody, but I'm a nobody now. I was a somebody once. I was a somebody once. People are so mean. They're so mean. But also people are very kind. Look, it's the bear. It's the bear. It's the bear. People have been very kind. Strangers, friends alike have been very kind to me during the pandemic. Kind to Fetters is cheap. And one of them, a close personal friend of mine, who will go anonymously at the moment, he gets paid big money to consult entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. I think I said a few weeks ago I discovered I was a solopreneur and I had certain skills. I can tell the story, but I'm not good at other things. So he suggested that I write something down that I'm going to read to you so you understand. This is a free show. There is no paywall. There's no obligation to offer anything to me other than your attention, which I gratefully accept for my songs, my babies, my work. About a year ago, I, like every musician, stage tech, concert level club owner, agent, manager, every one of them I know had their work plans for 2020 totally implode and had nothing to replace it. So my son Noah, who is a stage tech and a drummer, obviously, was in the same boat. And he and my close friend, our close friend, Gordon Rankin, who's a audiophile genius inventor of audio stuff, well, we all decided we'd figure out how to get a live stream sound good. We were just going to figure it out. So we had a freaking crap load of like 18-hour days for several weeks, sorted through it, and got to the show, which I think is like our 31st. And if you've got those earbuds or headphones or a nice system, you know, it sounds pretty good for a live stream, huh? Yeah. Okay, I hope so. And the costs associated with keeping this balancing act together are not small, but patrons have consistently and generously made it possible to keep Fetters is Cheap free, especially for my musician peeps and showbiz peeps who ain't got no job. And this is for you. This is all for you. So no pressure, but if you'd like to help out, you can use the PayPal or Venmo buttons below the show window. And every time we've gotten more than we've needed to keep things running, I always send checks with little love notes, of course, because that's me, to the musicians you hear on these tracks and a host of other music industry people I know. And they're as grateful for your help as I am. So there you go. Thank you, business consultant who told me how to do that the right way. I think I was supposed to be switching guitars while I was yakking. It's weird doing this record. It's just like got to get everything. Got to kind of follow a plan. I'm a little looser on some of the other shows. Not complaining. I'm freaking grateful as hell I get to do it. I wrote this song on a Palm Sunday, I think about 3 years ago or so. And when Swanee heard it, she didn't throw palms at my feet. She just started crying. Even the animals were crying about this song because all of us have had a broken heart. All of us have had that deep, horrid humiliation of just getting our hearts handed to us. I believed in love received her love. So I believed in love. First it found me, then it bound me, then it drowned me again. I wanted more, but I was shown the door. Now I don't know what I'm living for. I believed in love, 'cause I received her love. So I believed in love. If you do God's will, then hold still. Maybe then the gods will hear you pray. So I stood in line till I lost my mind, and I blew the only time I had the chance to say, I could lay in bed and feel the dread. I'll get up now and walk away. No need to know where I'll go. Just get up now and face the day. I received her love. So I believed in love. Whew. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You know, there were some songs on this record I just thought, oh, I better not put that on a record. And then, you know, I'd kind of live with them a while, and then it was like, I better put this one on a record. I had a great friend. I probably told you, I went to college for, I think it was a semester. Whatever, a few months to Ohio University. I majored in LSD, and but I made some good friends there, and one of my friends there, a wonderful guy, Scott. We became friends, and I dropped out of school immediately because I could get in another band. I had better things to do than go to college. But Scott and I stayed friends, and we did a lot of stuff. Camped in the Smokies with Leslie, and went to the Ocracoke and did all sorts of fun stuff. And he was really a wonderful guy. And one day we were talking, we were just having a heart-to-heart talk, and he came out. He told me he was gay. And I didn't know. I was kind of taken aback. He was a beautiful man. But I didn't know, and he he said, chill out. Well, he didn't use those words because people weren't saying chill out back then, but he said, calm down. He said, you're not Mr. Right. Don't worry. We're friends. I wasn't really worried. But we stayed friends, and then we lost track of each other for a little while, as young people do. And very sadly, just a few years later, I heard he was one of the first casualties to AIDS in New York City in the very early 80s, before they even knew what that shit was. Songs for Scott. You told me you were gay. We both know that's okay. I'll always be your friend until the bitter end. A bond no one can break, till they burn us at the stake. And they burn us at the stake. I don't care if you're queer, I still love you, my dear. We have separate beds and the world has lost its head. They think you're on the fringe, but love is not a sin. Love is not a sin. Hey! But everybody's weird, so maybe everybody's queer this year. You're a Gibson, I'm a Fender. You don't fall in love with the gender. The music that we make, it's out for heaven's sake. There is a common goal for every living soul. Every living soul. But everybody's weird, so maybe everybody's queer this year. Everybody's weird this year. Everybody's queer this year. Though we have separate beds and the world has lost its head, let's say it once again. Love is not a sin. Expertly assisted by Bad Bob and Noah Fetters, doing his best Keith Moon. Well, we've reached the end of Ship Shake.
Not so fast.
Oh, the boss lady's here. I better let her whatever you want to say.
Hi, everybody. Glad you could make it tonight.
We're glad we could make it tonight.
Sounds good in here. Hope you got your earbuds in. Thanks for making such a great record, Rob. Wow. I mean, another great record. I think the song that probably goes through my head the most is Scripture. It'll just loop through my head and all day long. You know, sometimes when Rob's writing music and he's got a song, he'll like at the end of the day he'll say like right around bedtime he'll say, "Hey, you want to come in and listen to this?" And sometimes I say, "No, I don't," because I know that it'll stick in my head and then I won't be able to sleep. So sorry, but I always listen to it in the morning.
Sometimes I come walking down the stairs to the kitchen and she just says, "Stop singing that." But more often than not, they're little ditties I've written for Tilly the Beagle. Anyways, this song I didn't write. Fred Smith, Sonic Smith wrote it with his pals in the MC5. I'm sad. I just want to go backwards. Could I just kind of do this and then go back to Queer Year and then Believe and just kind of go back to... I probably could. I wonder how many times I could do that before everyone would leave the live stream.
Will you sing it backwards too?
I can do that. Because as I told you, I took a lot of LSD in Athens, Ohio a long time ago. It never left my system. Where are we? But I digress. And I just told that to my kids. I'm just doomed.
Ready?
Am I ready?
You're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm controlling you now.
Sweet suit too. They've been coming around to give them something to do. The mamas all want them not to come to town. You got into the blood, now they gotta get down to Shaking Street. It's got that beat, Shaking Street, where all the kids meet. Shaking Street, it's got that sound. Shaking Street, said we gotta get down. Decided to make the trip all the way from New Jersey on his girlfriend's tips. He put in a chow and then skinny leg Pete said, "Come here, boy, I heard about the street. I heard about the place where all the kids gonna hammer about the flip. I just gotta know about Shaking Street. It's got that beat, Shaking Street, where all the kids meet. Shaking Street. It's got that sound, Shaking Street, said we gotta get down. Shaking Street. The kids on Shaking Street never give in, 'cause all of their lives they've been living in sin. You know that they're bad, you know that they're mad. They take for the taking and they shake for the shaking. They find it so shocking. All the kids wanna do is just keep on rocking. They ain't got no time to think about stopping. They just gotta get down and do a little stomping. The South Banker wants a shaker shaker. South Banker says he's gonna change the true Shaking Street. It's got that beat, Shaking Street, where all the kids meet. Shaking Street. It's got that sound, Shaking Street. You gotta get it down, Shaking Street. It's got that beat, Shaking Street, where all the kids meet. Shaking Street. It's got that sound, Shaking Street. Said you gotta get down. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Don't we get an encore tonight?
Oh, that
Please.
That was the last song. It
Please.
was the last song on the.
Please. How about if I have one of these? Will you do it then?
You had this planned.
I did.
Well, what do I do?
Well, let's see.
I've got like 70 more songs, but I don't.
How about that one? How about that one song you do when the Psychodots play, and by the end of the song, I know I'm jumping up and down, and probably most people are.
The Jumping Up and Down Psychodots song. Okay, I know that one.
Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Sad Little Monkeys. Living in a Lincoln. Enough.
Start with an F.
Doesn't start with an F.
No. You'll figure it out.
I know, and it even has ship. It's got ship in it. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, one more song. Thanks for joining me. I think we're going to do a few more of these shows in season 3. And I've got a few dozen small repairs to make in the studio, and hi kids. My kids are all across the country. New York, LA, Cincinnati. My friends all across the country. Sometimes I forget to name check like states that I've played in and where people are, and it's pretty cool. I mean, we got Alaska, Alaska. Well, Trinidad isn't a state, is it? It's a country, but this way and that way and everywhere. Somebody said I hadn't mentioned Arizona. And in Arizona, the abbreviation is A to Z. So I think if I just say Arizona, that can represent New York and New Hampshire and North Carolina. Is that cool? Virginia? Is that okay? Indiana? Is that all right with you guys? Montana? I think so. British Columbia? I'll just say Arizona, and it's everybody. Okay? It's Hawaii. Is that cool? Texas? You cool with that? You're cool with that. Well, Texas is cool. So, yeah. I am really grateful that I've been allowed to play all these songs, this myriad of songs, and I think I'll dedicate this one to Cassandra, and it's just gonna stay that way, because I love Cassandra, and we love Cassandra. So when I say Cassandra, that also means like Leslie and Uncle Roddy and the other Leslie and Susan and Sam and Sarah and Cassandra. Yeah! I was an actor and she was an actress. Our love did not hesitate. Love needs no mattress. I was excited. She was easily bored. Our coming together was a double-edged sword. I got what I wanted, now I can give it away. Yeah, she likes to see me grovel. She loves to hear me pray. Life's so sad, it's funny. God looks down and laughs at a sad little monkey taking on the trash. I waited for my ship to come in until I passed out on the beach. Dreamed the one true love. guitar so awesome, like the singer for the Breeders. And I tell her she's good, cause someday I'm gonna need her. She said, don't ever change, stay the same, daddy-o, daddy-o. Yeah, the faster you move, the slower I'll go. When will this time end? I want the dream to stop. I hate the way I feel, but I like the girl a lot. Pounded on that door so hard, I knew she was gonna let me in. But when the devil answered, he said, brother, where you been? Waited for my ship to come in until I passed out on the beach. Dreamed the one true love of my life was way beyond my reach. Even though I tried so hard, I felt my heart might burst. I can't get everything I had, but someone else got there first. 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 I was an actor, she was an actress. Love did not hesitate, love needs no mattress.